in this video I'll show you how to start your crochet circle, and it's very commonly used when you start a hat, or you start to do a flower. Any round motif that you're doing, you're gonna start in the way that you like to start. There are several ways. Okay, the first, and I guess it's the first way that I learned, and I noticed it's the most common one in a lot of patterns. You do your slip knot, you chain one, and then we're going to do single crochets here, so we're going to chain one. Okay, so we have 2 chains here. So we're going to do 6 single crochets in this first chain. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's a basic way to start your circle. Okay, so we're going to do a slip stitch, and here we go. Okay, as you noticed, doing it this way often will give you a hole, and this hole size depends on how you knit. If you're a tight knitter and you did those chains tightly, it'll be smaller. If you're loose, if you did it loose, it'll be bigger. So I don't do it this way anymore, and whenever I see this in the pattern, I don't do it this way. I do it another way. And the way I do it, I do a magic circle or magic ring. There's 2 names for it. You lay your yarn over 2 fingers, short end this way, and you make yarn over. And you make a little crisscross here. Okay, so you lay your long end over your circle here that you formed, over your loop. You insert your hook under the loop, pull your yarn, and then yarn over and pull through. Okay, so when you take the fingers out, you have a little loop here, and what's nice about it, it's adjustable. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 single crochets here again. So we chain 1 and we do 6 single crochets. This this way makes your first loop here, the bases of the ring, 2, 3, 4, the bases of the circle, adjustable. If you don't want that big hole in the center, you just make it tight. So what you do, you just pull on that short end of the yarn and make it as tight as you want it to be. So this is the way of how a lot of people like and prefer, though you can still see the old ways in some patterns. So here you go. I think it looks nicer. It gives you the ability to adjust the size of your hole here, and this is my favorite way. There's one more way that I see in some patterns as well, and I'll show it to you. It's basically like the first way, but it's slightly different. You're gonna make your slip knot, okay, and you're gonna chain 3. And sometimes it says chain 2 or chain 3. chain 3 is more common, and then when you chain your 3, it tells you to join. Okay, so we joined. So we have a little circle of that chain here, and it's not really comfortable. You can't even really see where you need to go. But say we're doing single crochets again, so you need to go inside this chain circle somehow, you know, and it's not often you know, comfortable, or you know, it's just too, I think it's too complicated, but you can still see that in some patterns. So let's do those. Chain 6. Again, the size of your hole will depend on how loose or how tight you knitted your chain. Okay, so let me see, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, doing it, starting the circle this way, and let me join here. Okay, so we can see the complete circle. Okay, so starting the circle this way, as you can see, makes your first row stitches a little thicker, because we had to go around the whole chain, so this makes them a little bigger, you know, but on a big scale. You know, this hole is a little tighter, but depending on the pattern, it can tell you to do chain 4, you know, or chain however many stitches the pattern says, and the hole will depend on that. So this is the third way of starting your circle, and you get to choose whichever one you like, and even if the pattern says something else, you can always change it and do it the way that you like. Okay, so happy crocheting, everyone!